What's going on, y'all? This is Hype Found It in another entry. This is No Fap Day 7 out of 150, and we reached the week milestone, baby. We did 7 days. It's July 7th. I'm on day 7, and we getting it on. Now, this is just something I gotta let y'all know. I got something to prove. You know what I mean? Like, y'all understand it was girls at work, right? And this is the whole thing that happened. I didn't explain too much in my first video about what happened, about me leaving work and everything, right? New girls came to work, right? And it was influencing some of the older women that was at work with me, like that we was working together, you know what I mean? There was some old women at work that was there before me that the new girls started influencing. The new girls saying, oh, he beating off. And they just knew. I guess they looked at me and they could tell, like, my eyes or something. I don't know. They just knew I was fapping off. So, yeah, fapping off, right? Then the other one called me a hoe, right? And, at first it didn't really get around. It was just one girl called me a hoe, and I ain't feel like I had to fight back because I don't think I was. So I never had to, like, literally fight back, right? But then it started getting spread around. Like, other girls started calling me hoe, and girls at spades, they playing spades with the tough dudes at work, and then they up there calling me hoe when I walk in and everything. It's like, yo. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened, but the dude started believing it. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to end up knuckling up with some of these dudes, or I'm gonna have to just bow out. You know what I mean? So I lasted for like 6-7 more months up in there. You know what I mean? They just the dudes at the spades table just started believing them. You know what I mean? So now after I left my job to get another job, you know what I mean? It's like pretty much what the story's told is, oh, they called him a hoe and he ran off, right? Which is not true. You know what I mean? I literally was like, yo, I either gotta knuckle up or I gotta just, it's getting too extreme now. You know what I'm saying? These spades dudes wanna know what I'm about. You know what I mean? So I got another job, you know what I mean? Then I went back to school and all that. But I got something to prove. You know what I mean? Like, if they was calling me a hoe because I kept fapping off or whatever like that, I don't know why they was doing it. I wasn't, you know what I mean? And I just don't think it's possible for a male to be a hoe. Girls been doing that to us for the past 2 decades. They've been calling us thots and hoes and stuff. Tatiana and stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's possible for a man to be a hoe because, a man loses his ability to reproduce after he releases. He loses his ability to have sex after he releases. A hoe is a female who pretty much lays around and gets stabbed by a bunch of dudes, you know what I mean? 24 hours, 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Us guys can't perform 24/7. We gotta recharge. So I don't really think I'm a hoe in that aspect. You know what I mean? So I got something to prove, man. I gotta do that 150 days to show that I'm not a slave to my own flesh. That I'm not a slave to pornography. You know what I mean? And I'm not a male chauvinist, you know what I mean? So I don't think that I treat women unfairly. That's their decisions, that's their choices. I don't hold it against them. You know what I mean? I love women, man, but these women just want to test my kung fu in the game. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I got something to prove. I gotta do these 150 days. I'll see y'all in the next video.